Hello and welcome to another episode of Culinary Delights. As usual in this show, we're here to give each other more passion for cooking. But this time around, we're going to have something much more unique. I always say something unique, but this time around, this is extra unique. Something that you know, but perhaps you never took trouble to know more about it and even to know that it can be eaten. And it is food. It can be cooked in all the techniques in gourmet, in all the classic and international meals. So you join me and see what is it that I'm talking about. Okay, just like how I promised you earlier when we were opening up the show, we're going to have something extra unique. As usual with Culinary Delights, you've been exposed much into us going into the kitchen, start cooking and all that stuff. But this time around, we're going to make some few changes. As you can see, I have a big panel here and they have something special to talk to us today on the show. Now to start with, I'll start with Dr. Heinrich. The Managing Director of Africrops in Berlin and New York, expert on plant physiology. We saw you, bringing us a present. You were picking up something from the plant. What was that?
Those were the seeds, and actually the seeds, they were the first part that became interesting to people, because when you grind the seeds, then you can use the powder to clear water.
Okay. And
the water is cleaned, and at the same time also any germs are killed. So the water is drinkable. So the seeds, that was the first thing that people really got interested in. But Moringa is already known for a long time. I don't know, thousands of years or so.
Maybe, but it's not that popular yet.
Yeah.
Okay. We also have Madam Josefa Bucher. She introduced Moringa to Germany in German cuisines. So tell us, Moringa is something that it's not available in your country. So how was it like? Actually, where did you know about Moringa?
Some of my clients brought me 2 years before some Moringa powder into my house. And I was really surprised about it. I wrote a lot of this in Google and the internet, and then I decided I would like to know all the things about Moringa, and I started a little work, and I started my Moringa house in Germany, and then I met Dr. Heinrich and Mr. Cooper. So now we are family, a Moringa family, and and for me myself, I created a little cube. So this cube will be a green smoothie, a dried green smoothie, and this is a special one. It is 40% Moringa powder and 60% fruits. So everybody can use it everywhere. You can take it 1 year in your house, nothing happened. And so for myself it is a great miracle to work with a Moringa tree, because it has all the things you need to overlive.
Okay, I'm so eager to know, what was the reaction, the first reaction for people now to start tasting Moringa back in Germany? What was their reaction then?
The main thing is my customers, they believe me. What I'm telling them, they go with me. It's like that. It is like that. It is like to put them on my hands, and what I'm telling them, they believe it. So, and now 2 years later, we have a lot of positive reactions in Germany, especially for myself. I can show it on my own body. If you like to see my hair, it was gray everywhere, and now it becomes dark. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And this morning I saw Last years I always have brown points here on my face if I went into the sun, but now there is nothing.
What's the reaction here in Tanzania? We have moringa, but do we really use moringa, to some extent?
I would say no. We don't use moringa so much because many people have no information, enough information on moringa. But me, myself, and my family, we tried to use the moringa. The reaction was very high. We used moringa for my daughter, who has a small baby, and she had a lot of milk. She's a lactating mother. I tell you, she couldn't manage to move 3 hours because she cannot move because she has a lot of milk. So you can imagine that it is very, very good for women who are lactating mothers. And again, for the babies. What I did in the time of about 3 years, I've been working with Maynov and Heinrich to create the marvelous foods. So we used the moringa in the maize porridge, and we started feeding children. I tell you, the healthy children who are getting the moringa flower, they are growing so fast, and you can see their weights are coming up. So it means that they get enough nutrition they need, and which is not expensive to our country. It is just growing and using. We just take the leaves, dry them well, and make sure that we get powder out of the leaves. But be careful to get the right drying. That means that we cannot lose the nutrients which are there. So once we use that powder to the families, the children and the mothers who happen to be in my hands, they are healthier, and it is very, very good. So many people also who has a problem with the calcium. Moringa has enough calcium than any plant in the world. So I can see them myself using it because I have a good weight, as you can see. So I used to have my knees pain, and when I get others say, this is arthritis, these are calcium problems, then when I started using, I can walk, I can do everything with no problem. My legs are okay, my knees are okay. Then what can I say about moringa? It's needed by everybody. My husband has a problem with sugar, diabetes. But he used to go up to 1920. But after using the moringa in the porridge in the morning, sometimes in the juices, sometimes in the soup, he is now normal. So this is what I can say. Several people who have happened to use moringa in their diets, their health become better and better every time.
Now, Dr. Peter Bucher is the medical doctor and cardiologist. Now, you're the expert of moringa for many, many years. So, as the lady there, they all try to tell us something about the health benefits of moringa. Now, as the doctor, tell us more about the health benefits of moringa itself.
The moringa tree is the one plant on earth containing most ingredients, most of content any plant on earth has. So there are 90 different ingredients, and most of them are very good for nutrition and even for medical use. The usage of the parts of the plant is known since 5,000 years. So it's written in literature. First it's mentioned in the Indian Ayurvedic medicine. And even the old Egyptians used it. It's told of Nefertiti, everybody knows her, that her servants oiled her by the moringa oil. And later the modern science has found out something very interesting, especially concerning the cancer therapy. Normal cell has a normal metabolism, and one chemical in the moringa tree called salbestrol is metabolized in a normal cell, and it's not toxic for the cell. It's okay. But a cancer cell with a very fast growing and very fast metabolism uses a 20-fold amount on metabolism enzymes. And so the salbestrol in those cancer cells will be metabolized to a toxic substance, so that the cancer cells die and the normal cells survive. So it's a very important point for modern cancer therapy. The pharmaceutical industry hasn't found such a medicament which doesn't touch the normal cells and only touches the cancer cell. That's only one example for the medical possibilities of moringa. And the other main thing I want to mention is the great amount of antioxidants. That are substances the plant itself protects against to be eaten or against to be infected, even against sun, the ultraviolet rays. So these substances not only protect the plant but also men. If you have a high intake of antioxidants, your immune system will be very strong. You have less infection disease or other things. Even the rising of cancer is not as often as otherwise. So some people call it the wonder tree, and really if you make scientific research, you found so many things that you can say that's really a gift. It's a gift of nature, and people should use it.
Now I have some youth guys here who are going to tell us about moringa. Now it's quite interesting because I've seen these moringas before around. You know, right now there's a lot of remedies, natural remedies here and there, and herbs, but I've never tried for myself, like, you know, like seriously, until there's only one day that my mom had to bring me the seeds because I was sick. You understand? So whenever I saw these moringa seeds, it was like, okay, I am sick. If I'm sick, I can go for moringa. Now we have these guys here. Tell us about moringa. How do you find moringa? Do you take moringa like on a daily basis?
You know, some people in the United States, they take vitamins in the morning. I take moringa in the morning.
Okay.
And I take it at night.
Okay.
And what I find is sometimes in the past, when I fell asleep at night and I'd wake up in the morning, I would still be hungry. You know, I'd wake up, you know, with hunger pains. So I'd immediately have to go to the kitchen and eat something. Now I do like a moringa tea at night before I go to bed, and I wake up in the morning, I don't have hunger pains. So I can wait a little bit longer, I can work out in the morning, and you know, probably eat a little bit later in the day, you know, have a little bit later breakfast, and I'm not so hungry so much. Also, the size of my meals have decreased, so I don't have to eat as much, and it gives me a lot of energy.
And what has moringa done to your life?
Actually, since I'm taking it, and it's now like 8 months, I didn't get any malaria anymore, because I was living here all the time, and before that, let's say every 3 months, I got malaria or got a cold or something. And right now I don't have any cold anymore, and I don't have malaria anymore, and I'm feeling stable. I'm really energized, and I'm taking it actually like one teaspoon into my juice in the morning, and that's it.
It's very simple. Anybody can do this. You can just use the powders in your glass of juice, or your tea, or your salad, or your smoothie, and all that stuff. It's very simple. You don't have to do a lot of work to make you eat moringa. So today it's going to be a lot of fun. First thing, we have two ladies who will be doing the cooking, and they're actually the great people to be on the show because they'll be cooking and giving you details so that you can know everything that you do and more details about moringa into the kitchen. Now we'll start with Madame Josefa. Now tell us, what are we going to make here?
I got dried moringa flowers and I put it into cold clear water and I let it there 12 hours and then I gave it through this one.
So it is just the flowers?
It is just flower from the moringa tree.
Okay. If you want to make tea actually from moringa, can you make it from the seeds or the leaves, or it's just the flowers alone?
Yeah. You can make it from the seeds, not from the seeds, sorry, from the flowers and from the leaves.
From the leaves.
Actually, and it is another taste if you enjoy the flower. Thank you.
Okay.
If you enjoy the flowers, it will be a very light and flowering taste. And if you use the leaves, it will be a little bit more bitter. But it makes you wake up and strong for the day if you enjoy the tea, the flower tea early in the morning.
Wow. So tell us about the flower tea.
I tell you, it has the flavor of moringa.
That's number one.
And again, it's cool. It's sweet.
And the smell?
The smell of
it's not that intense smell.
No, it's good.
Very mild and flowery.
Very mild. You can't, I mean, if you are a user of moringa like me, that's when you get to know that this is moringa. Unless otherwise, it's very soft and sweet.
Wow. Okay.
The secret by preparing this tea, the tea on this way, I didn't cook it. I used only cold water.
Okay.
I put it inside in the evening. I put cold water on it, and in the morning I served it like this. And I didn't, I use the flowers for lunch, for my salad. So it's nothing to do, because it is a hard way to no waste. No, you can eat everything. So it's very nice to use flowers or leaves for the early morning tea.
So can we make iced tea out of it?
Yes, you can put ice into also if you want, or a piece of lime, or if you like honey. But it is not necessary to make it sweet. It is sweet like
it's sweet by itself.
By itself.
Wow.
It's just because of the honey inside, the leaves, the flowers.
The flowers.
So you don't need anything else. It's very easy.
Okay,
Just you have to think about it in the evening.
You just have to think about it and be like, tomorrow I want to have the moringa tea and start preparing it.
Otherwise, if you forgot it, you can make water. You can cook water or to make it hot until 80 degrees, and then you can put the hot water on the leaves or on the flowers, and then you should put it away after 5 minutes, and then it is a hot tea.
Okay.
Now it is a cold one. Okay, and you can drink it the whole day. You can do it, put it into the fridge, or the other thing is, you can use it after toothbrushes because it makes your mouth strong and your teeth strong.
Wow.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I love this kitchen today because we have a lot of details.
Special kitchen.
And this is special kitchen, absolutely. So now we are done with the moringa tea. Then we'll be going straight into making a.
Yes. Now I would like to show how to make a green smoothie for breakfast. Myself, I found the green smoothie information at 2006 on a health a fair, and I started the next days to mix green smoothie in my little shop. I have a blender like this, and I mixed everything. Every green leaves with fruits and water, and all my customers, I served it to them, and I said, you have to use it, and they like it, but they got healthy, and they got slim, and they like it and enjoy it. And
so when you use smoothie in the morning, green smoothie,
So if you are used to the green smoothie in the morning, you don't like to miss it. It is like a drug. And my customers, they come always with the question, what can I do if I'm not at home, if I don't have fresh leaves, or if I don't have a blender, or if I'm on holidays. So from where shall I got my green smoothie?
Yes.
And I always thought I have to find something for these people. And so on this way, one of the ladies brought me moringa powder.
Okay.
This moringa powder.
That is moringa.
And I thought it is a little bit, you see, it's not fat. It is.
Yeah, it's not very soft.
It is not very soft. So, and in this moment, I know I have the possibility to make something for this question. So, and I make experimentals with the green leaves. These are green leaves, pull it up with chlorophyll, and fresh fruits.
Okay.
So, okay. And then I decided to make it like a cube.
Okay.
I dried it, only 40 degrees because it should be raw food. Yeah. So and now you have a cube. You can use it wherever you are.
Okay.
You can put it 1 year in your house. So and this one is a really green smoothie. It's an original green smoothie, but a dried one, not a fresh one.
Okay. It's from
just-
this very powder.
So
Yes.
somebody is away at home, you can
Just
use
go
the...
and use the cubes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not necessary for you to eat some sweets or fast food on the way. You can just
Get your
take
cubes
a
and then
cube and then everything
good
is
to go.
okay. And now I would like to show you how you can make a green smoothie. I prepared some fresh fruits. The fruit should be ripe, not green fruits. The fruit should be ripe. So and I use in this because in your country you have such nice mangoes.
Yes.
So I cut some mangoes, some bananas, and ananas, pineapple. Okay, I put it into my fridge, into my mixer. And please, Flotea, would you like to help me to put your wonderful Tanzanian product, Moringa,
Yes, thank you.
in my green smoothie? And-
Okay, this is Moringa powder from Tanzania.
yeah.
Thank you. It's enough?
You
One?
can put one
You can.
down. So
As
it's okay.
desired.
This is Moringa from Tanzania.
Yeah.
No sugar.
No sugar.
And for Tanzania, it's very cheap.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Because of the leaf powder from the moringa, it's not necessary to have a big blender
Okay.
because it is already
Grounded.
pounded. Yes. Okay. On the
Should be her.
Thank you. This is a great pleasure because as she was giving us the history, in Europe, fast foods are cheap and fresh food is expensive.
Yeah.
That is the
We have
opposite
to
of
do
what is
cheers.
happening in Tanzania.
Cheers.
You know?
Happy
Happy Moringa.
Happy Moringa. I know in Germany we told always Happy Moringa.
Okay.
I tell you, for smoothie.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
I'm taking Moringa with a pleasure. You know, I'm really enjoying myself with this smoothie. You cannot feel Moringa at all, and yet you're eating the most nutritious food in the world.
I tell you.
This is something that even kids will not say no to it.
Or babies.
Nobody will say no.
And have you
The
ever
pregnant
had
mother,
this?
they will not say no.
Have you ever tried this before?
I have never. Well, I used to use moringa in other way around, but not for smoothie. This is the best way I could say to any mother.
Wow.
I visit your home, you must make sure that you have smoothie.
Okay, now you can show us the next thing.
Okay, now it is ready. It's the right time to make a lunch. And you can have, for example, you can make a mixed salad. I prepared it already with paprika and carrots and some sprouts and avocados. But you can take everything inside, whatever you like.
Okay.
You have to cut it, and then you just make a
A dressing.
The dressing without of, for example, without of oil. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Olive oil.
Yes. And then lime. And you just the fork and the spoon. Now some.
Just the normal procedures of making dressing.
Yes. Very simple. Because the vegetables are really tasty, so it's not necessary to make their complicated dressing. Just a little bit of pepper, a little bit salt, and a little bit baobab powder.
Baobab powder?
Baobab powder.
Why baobab powder?
Because it has a really a little sweet taste, and a little bit the taste is like lime, and it has a lot of nutrition also. Yeah, I put it
With a
in.
lot of calcium and things like that.
Yeah, and now I need again our
Our friend,
moringa.
our friend Moringa.
Yes,
Okay.
put 2.
So you put 2 tablespoons of moringa powder.
Okay. So and this is meal. At first you have had 2 teaspoons in the smoothie. You have had your tea.
I had my tea, and now it's about
Now
we're about
you-
to have the salad.
Yeah. So it is enough for one day enjoying moringa.
Moringa, absolutely. And as you said before, once you start using moringa, you become addicted to moringa.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that will keep you on being on moringa diet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So now you can put it here.
Now you have to mix it. The dressing looks lovely. It has brought that signature of moringa.
Yes.
The greens.
The
you can see.
greens, yeah.
So now you put it in a nice.
Save it. Wow.
So it needs just 10 minutes to have a very healthy, tasty.
Tasty meals. And actually that's something I've discovered recently is like whenever you want to eat anything healthy, it's not time consuming and the products are easily and simple and cheap
Yes.
available anywhere
Yeah, every day.
and every day. Now you can see how we've made this. The tea was simple,
Yeah.
the smoothie was amazing.
Yeah.
Now look at the salad. It's simple, looks lovely with beautiful colors. Just how you want it. Great.
Okay.
Okay, happy moringa to me and everybody who wants to join me.
Yes.
Okay.
And to you. Thank you.
This is tasty and amazing. How do you find it?
So tasty. And even you can't hear much.
You can't smell moringa at all. You know what? I'm glad she gave me the big plate because I can just enjoy by myself.
This is food.
It's amazing. Real food and good to go.
For the people who fail to eat moringa, this is the way. This is how you can enjoy moringa with the family.
Now we'll be surprised if we find anybody who cannot tolerate and eat moringa. We've shown you some simple techniques and ways of enjoying moringa. From your tea, that's the breakfast. Then from your smoothie, something that you can enjoy throughout the day. And the salad. It was simple, unique, and amazing. Thanks to Josefa. It was amazing to have you on the show.
Thank you. Very
And-
glad to be here.
We are like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad that you showed us these techniques. we are sure that we have Mama here. She has been using Moringa for quite some time right now, but I don't think if you've ever enjoyed Moringa, so you've enjoyed it right now.
This is very new. This is very creativity. Thanks to Josefa that you create for us, and now all of us, we are going to enjoy.
Okay, thank you for having you guys on the show. It was a wonderful moment. You've also enjoyed it. I am pretty sure that now many of you are going to try Moringa. Talk to me through my email address, which is culinary.delights@capitaltv.co.tz. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube on the addresses that you can see them on the screen. Until then, we have nothing else to share than say Happy Moringa!
Happy Moringa!